Over 2 years since the UK government promised to resolve the Windrush immigration scandal, many of the affected families say too little progress has been made. The British Home Secretary, Priti Patel, has said her department remains committed to introducing the necessary reforms. But as Oliver Whitfield Miocic reports, questions remain over the winding back of the country's self-declared hostile environment immigration policies.
After the Second World War, the UK was desperate to rebuild its shattered economy, but it sorely needed workers. So from 1948, members of the Caribbean community boarded the Empire Windrush to help a nation thousands of miles away. As Commonwealth citizens, they were automatically British subjects who could legally work and live in the UK.
Most of the Windrush generation came here perhaps as children on their parents' passports without documentation of their own.
The lack of paperwork wasn't a problem for almost 65 years. But in 2012, the then Home Secretary Theresa May launched a hostile immigration policy. By 2018, dozens of people who weren't able to provide evidence of their status had been deported.
They've lived here for decades, they've got children and grandchildren, and then you're going to start asking them to prove that they're British, to make them pay when you're dying of prostate cancer for your treatment, to give you a bill for £54,000.
As the outrage grew, Theresa May, who is now the Prime Minister, was forced to backtrack.
I want to apologise to you today because we are genuinely sorry for any anxiety that has been caused.
This never should have been the case, and I will do whatever it takes to put it right.
Fast forward 2 years, and the latest Home Secretary is making similar pledges.
We are determined to get this right. We owe it to the Windrush generation and, of course, to their descendants.
Priti Patel has promised sweeping reforms and a full evaluation of hostile immigration policies. So far, only a small fraction of people affected have received payments under a compensation scheme worth up to €630 million. The government says it wants to mend relations with the Windrush generation, but so far there's no solution. And so, for some in this community, the waiting continues, and any response will be too little, too late. Oliver Whitfield Miocic, Euronews.